Looking completely ordinary at first glance, these creatures revealed the most bizarre features. Be it a frog with a creepy voice, or a dog that eerily resembles its owner.
Oh, he just winked.
Here are the most shocking animals that looked like they came from another world. Something strange came out of the ground during a digging job in a village. A villager was working when he noticed a blue shape pushing through the soil. It looked odd at first. As he dug more, the shape became clear. It was long and serpent-like. Could it be a snake? Yes, it was. But not just any snake. It was a blue cobra, something very rare. The color alone made it look unreal. The villager knew that this wasn't safe to keep around. So, he quickly contacted wildlife experts to come and take it away. Winged horses. A video recently went viral, showing something truly bizarre. In the woods, there stood white horses with wings. Horses with wings. It was unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. Could there be a hidden land where these creatures lived, unknown to the world until now? Some believe they were angelic or mythical beings, while others thought they might be part of a long-forgotten legend. Experts are now hoping to catch another glimpse of these mysterious winged creatures and uncover more about them. Pond lurker.
Actual hell is this?
A local passing over a bridge noticed something odd in a pond and stopped to investigate. What he saw was unlike anything he had ever seen before. The creature had a maggot-like body, but much larger, and a long, thin tail. It moved slowly, causing the man to wonder if it could be a sea cucumber. It stayed in the pond for a while, and then it is said that it disappeared. No one knows where it went or what it really was, leaving this strange discovery a mystery.
Please, dear God, someone tell me.
Living oddity. This man found the strangest creature inside his house. At first, it looked like just a regular frog, but its posture was strange, and its face didn't look like any frog he had ever seen. When he tried to touch it, the frog started making odd sounds, almost like it was reacting in a way no normal frog would. The man had never seen anything like it. Some believed it could be an undiscovered species. Not knowing what else to do, he decided to let it go, but that moment stayed in his mind for a long time. Mountain surprise. In Morocco, tourists were enjoying the mountain views when they spotted something crawling on a bench. It was long, sandy-colored, with dark patterns. A snake, but not just any snake. What made it strange were the small horn-like bumps sticking out of its head. They quickly recorded it and shared it online. That's when they found out it was a desert-horned viper, a rare species usually found in sand dunes. So how did it end up there, in the mountains? Experts are now trying to figure this out. They're searching for it to study it more closely. Strange primate. While in the woods, a researcher stumbled upon something that made him stop. He saw a creature that had large, staring eyes and ears that seemed way too big for its head. It was calmly walking around, not afraid of humans, and even approached one of the researchers, sniffing his shoes. This animal didn't look like anything you'd expect, with an unusually long finger used for digging into tree trunks. As bizarre as it sounds, it was actually an eye. In Madagascar, these creatures are seen as a sign of bad luck, and people often avoid them for that reason. Sad monkey. Recently, a strange discovery in China captured everyone's attention. Visitors to a zoo were shocked by a monkey that seemed to have a face almost human-like. The photo of the monkey quickly went viral, with people commenting on its sad, confused expression, almost like it was caught in some trouble. The zoo staff explained that the 19-year-old monkey had struggled to find a mate, which might explain its unusual, sad look. Some wondered if it was a mutation or something more mysterious. Either way, this monkey left everyone speechless. Deep find. A Russian fisherman expected to find a big catch, but what he got was shocking. He caught a fish with a bulbous appearance, and its face had strange features, giving it an alien look. Some believed it could be a smooth lumpfish, while others thought it might be something more unusual. Maybe even an alien fish. Whatever it was, the fisherman decided to keep it as a rare find. It became the talk of the town, leaving many wondering if there were more strange creatures lurking in the deep. Tiny creature. A man was exploring the woods when he suddenly felt strange movements around him. He looked around, and what he saw shocked him. A dark, tiny creature was acting strangely. If it had been anyone else, they might have run away. But without fear, he grabbed it. The moment he touched it, the creature went lifeless. He carried its body back to his house, unsure of what he had just encountered. Whatever it was, he couldn't ignore the uneasy sensation creeping over him. The more he thought about it, the more he regretted his decision. Some mysteries are better left unsolved, he realized. Mysterious being. In a small town in Indonesia, a local was walking beside a river when something caught his eye. At first, he thought it was a crocodile, but as he looked closer, he was shocked. It had a long tail, a beak-like mouth, and what looked like small wings on its sides, as if it was a mix of croc and a bird. It swam calmly, moving through the water like it belonged there. Before the man could react, it slowly sank into the deeper part of the river and disappeared. It was never seen again. Whatever it was, it came without warning and vanished just as quietly. Mysterious bird. A group of friends were testing the zoom on their new camera and pointing it at a tall pole in the distance. While they were observing, something strange happened. A bird suddenly appeared and landed on the pole. At first it looked normal, but then things took a turn. The bird seemed to grow 4 wings, almost like there was something else inside it. The friends were shocked. As they tried to focus, the being grew larger in size and then shot straight up into the sky at full speed. They thought they were just testing a camera, but ended up witnessing something they couldn't explain. Tree trick. While capturing nature's beauty, a photographer saw a surprising sight. At first, he thought it was just another tree, but when he touched it, he realized something was off. Sitting perfectly on the tree was a potu bird and its chick, so well camouflaged that they blended in with the tree's color. As he gently touched them, both moved, revealing they were alive. It became clear. The woods had hidden surprises waiting for anyone willing to explore. Nature's camouflage is more powerful than we often imagine. Horned beast. A strange incident unfolded in China when visitors in a mountain area spotted an enormous creature. It had a face like a werewolf and strange horns on its back. What shocked everyone more, it was chained. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. The creature looked just like the hellhound from old legends. Could those stories be real? Experts rushed to the scene. Some believe it escaped from a nearby jungle and ended up near the mountain. To avoid any panic, the authorities quickly secured it and took it away for study. And now, the locals are careful not to wander too far from the trails. Forest glimpse.
Maybe just hit the side arrow.
On September 22nd, 2022, hunters placed a trail camera in the woods to capture wild animals. But what the camera recorded was not expected. It showed a bird walking by, shaped like a pheasant, but slightly different. It didn't look like a bird from this time. When the hunters checked the footage, they were shocked. It turned out to be the black-naped pheasant pigeon, a bird that hadn't been seen in 140 years. They had only heard stories about it. After that recording, the team got ready to track it down and learn more about its mysterious return.
Oh man,
Odd glance. A farmer came across a sight that made him look twice. Among his herd of pigs, he spotted a small, bizarre creature. One pig had a single, large eye right in the middle of its face. It didn't move like the others, and its body seemed slightly off. Its appearance was nothing like a regular pig. The farmer stood there, unsure if it was just a rare defect or something far more unusual. It could have been a strange crossbreed, maybe caused by something in the environment, or even something deeper. The other animals kept their distance from it. The farmer couldn't shake the feeling that something bizarre was going on. Whatever it was, it didn't belong in the herd. Lake creature. In Manaus, a fisherman near a lake stumbled upon an animal that seemed straight out of a nightmare. He saw a being with a snake-like lower body, but its upper half looked humanoid. Creepy, right? The fisherman quickly took pictures and posted them online. Some thought it was a cursed being, while experts speculated it could be the result of a strange cross. They're still studying it, but one thing's for sure. This discovery has kept everyone on the edge of their seats, waiting for more exciting info. Human caterpillar. While walking down the sidewalk, a teenager noticed something that made him stop in his tracks. At first, it looked like just another insect, but then he saw it. The caterpillar had features that looked strangely human. Curious and a bit unsettled, he began filming. As the video went viral, people debated whether it was a mutant, but a zoologist revealed it was actually a rare species. This caterpillar, with its uncanny resemblance to a human, uses its unusual look to keep away predators. Nature's mysteries never cease to amaze. Cave Isopod. In Kentucky, explorers in Mammoth Cave stumbled upon an unusual creature. It had a creepy, moving face, making it clear that it was alive. Its body resembled a pillbug, with legs and claws like a crustacean. The explorers couldn't help but think it looked like a giant isopod, a real creature found in deep ocean waters, with a hard shell and a prehistoric appearance. Or maybe it was a newly discovered mega insect. Whatever it was, the explorers decided to keep it safe and hand it over to experts for further investigation. Wrong side. A clip recently made headlines online, and here's why. It showed an animal feeding on a log, looked like an anteater, but something felt off. It seemed to have two heads, which made no sense. But that's exactly how it appeared. Later, the truth came out. The second head was actually a hidden forearm of the giant anteater. That furry limb had markings that looked like eyes and a nose, confusing predators into striking the wrong side. What started as a strange sight turned out to be nature's clever trick, but it still shocked the person who saw it. Odd cat. Everyone's had a pet, but this one was like no other. A local in town owned a cat, but it wasn't just any cat. It had huge, weird ears and a face that looked straight out of a movie, reminding everyone of Gizmo from the Gremlins. People started speculating. Was it some strange genetic mutation, or just an oddly adorable mix of traits? Whatever the cause, it seemed to prove that sometimes the most unexpected creatures can end up in our lives. Who knows what's next? Maybe your next pet will surprise you too. Owl watcher. A homeowner noticed something strange outside in his backyard. When he went to check, he saw a bird-like figure sitting on the wall. As it turned its head, he got the shock of his life. It looked like an owl, but there was something off about it, enough to give him goosebumps. It felt like an undiscovered species, or maybe even a creepy owl tied to dark magic. The thought of it gave goosebumps, and without hesitation, he quickly stepped inside, not wanting to take any chances. Some things are better left unexplored. Glowing creature. A trail camera in the woods captured something that no one could have expected. It showed a small creature with glowing eyes and sharp teeth. Its body resembled a mouse, but there was something off about it. It might be an undiscovered species, or perhaps a prehistoric creature thought to be long gone. Well, in the woods, anything is possible, and this strange being might be just the beginning of more mysterious finds. Lawn walker. In Richmond, BC, a father saw a strange, hairless creature walking across a front lawn. At first, he couldn't believe his eyes. It moved on all fours, looking almost unrecognizable, but it turned out to be a raccoon, completely hairless. The Care Wildlife Society said the poor animal was likely in bad condition and suffering from a severe health issue. They stepped in quickly and took it to their base for treatment. The sight was unusual, but with proper care, they hoped the raccoon would recover and stay safe. Furry Trail. Just when you thought weird creature sightings were over, here's another one. A visitor spotted a small, furry, caterpillar-like creature slowly moving across a rock. Its unusual form made him curious, so he snapped some pictures and shared them online. Soon, people identified it as a venomous asp caterpillar. According to a local myth, if you touch one, it's said to bring bad luck for years. As the visitor walked away, he couldn't help but wonder, was it really just a caterpillar or something more? Keep your eyes peeled, because the strangest creatures always show up when you least expect them. Tree coil. Expected to find ghosts in the woods? One hiker found something even more surprising. As he ventured through the forest, he spotted a long, serpent-like creature climbing up a tree, effortlessly wrapping its body around the trunk. The sight left him stunned. He realized it might be a Burmese python or a boa constrictor, but the thought of it possibly jumping down at any moment made him uneasy. He didn't stick around to find out, quickly turning back, hoping the creature stayed up in the tree where it belonged. Still watcher. In the woods, a group of hikers came across an unusual sight. They spotted a creature sitting perfectly still on a tree. Firstly, they thought it might be a monkey, but as they got closer, they realized it wasn't. Its shape and posture resembled something far stranger, something they only heard of in myths. It looked like a Sasquatch. The creature didn't move, and it seemed as though it was observing them. There was a strong possibility that this could have been one of the clearest Sasquatch sightings ever. The legends might not have been just stories after all. Face web. Think of a creature that looks like something straight out of a strange dream. A Japanese woman found herself in a garden when she noticed a spider that seemed different from the rest. This spider had a bizarre pattern that almost looked like a human face. Sounds creepy, right? But surprisingly, it wasn't as scary as it seemed. It was actually kind of cute. Turns out, this unique pattern belongs to a species known for its colorful designs, and this particular one had a face-like pattern, which was rare and special for its age. Transparent being. You've probably seen frogs before, but not like this one. A video showed a frog with a completely see-through body. Its heart, liver, and other organs were visible right through its skin. But what made it even more fascinating was the spotted pattern on its back. This frog's unique, clear skin is not just a weird feature, it's actually a survival strategy. The transparency helps it blend into its surroundings, making it nearly impossible for predators to spot. Nature really has a way of turning the unusual into a perfect defense. Shark's secret. It was just a regular day for a fisherman, expecting to catch the usual fish. But what he found was anything but ordinary. As he pulled up his catch, he was stunned to see a grown shark. It didn't scare him, so he decided to bring it home. When he later cut it open, he discovered the shark had 3 babies, but one of the babies was different. Due to mutation, it didn't look anything like its mother. The fisherman found it strange, but he believed it would bring him good luck. Face fish. You think you've seen it all? Think again. In South Korea, a resident filmed a goldfish with a face like no other. This goldfish had human-like features, including a nose and eyes. The owner kept it hidden for some time, though the neighbors couldn't stop talking about it. Some found it cute, while others found it unsettling. As bizarre as it may seem, this goldfish sparked quite a conversation. What do you think about this strange find? Let us know in the comments below. Chained giant. Locals were stunned when they spotted a giant creature chained to a truck. Its long body, covered in strange patterns, left everyone in wonder. It was likely a massive green anaconda, one of the largest snakes around. The creature was probably found nearby and reported to experts, who arrived to handle it. Some believe they were taking it back to its natural habitat, while others thought it might be studied further. Whatever the reason, it was clear this was a rare sight, and locals couldn't stop talking about it long after it was taken away. Feathered visitor. A farm owner went to check on his birdcage when he noticed an unusual being sitting on top. It was a bird, but not a normal one. The creature had a long neck and colorful fur, making it seem otherworldly. The owner speculated it could belong to the heron family, but something about it felt different, perhaps even prehistoric or mythical. He wondered if the creature had flown from the nearby woods and ended up on his property. What if there were more of these strange beings hidden out there? Curiosity sparked in him, and he couldn't help but imagine what else might be lurking nearby. Hairless creature. In a village, a villager stumbled upon a strange creature that looked like a monkey, but there was something unusual about it. It had no fur, which seemed impossible. Its large eyes and elongated fingers made it even more unsettling. This wasn't the only occurrence. A nearby zoo also reported hairless apes. It might be a case of a rare disease, a hybrid, or something else entirely. What do you think it could be? Let me know in the comments. Cyclops shark. A fisherman in California was left stunned when he discovered a small sea creature. It was pale, and more shockingly, it had only one eye, right in the middle of its face. He quickly captured it to understand what it was, but later found out it was an albino Cyclops shark. This rare shark had two distinct conditions: cyclopia, where it has only one eye, and albinism, which gave it a pale, almost ghostly appearance. The fisherman couldn't believe his eyes. While sharks usually cause fear, this tiny creature left a different kind of impression. It was a strange, mysterious find that added a whole new layer to the ocean's unexplored wonders. Twisting owl.
Uma bruxa. Ela tá disfarçando. Você é Matilda Pereira.
A group of friends, looking for a thrill, decided to explore an abandoned house. But what they found wasn't what they expected. In one corner, they saw a creepy owl, its head moving unnaturally. Immediately, they thought it could be a witch transformed into an owl, as abandoned places are often said to be inhabited by such beings. Realizing the risk, they quickly decided to leave, not wanting to get any closer to the unsettling creature.
E o que você tá fazendo por aqui?
Forest beak. As a resident walked near the woods, he felt an odd presence, like he wasn't alone. Suddenly, a strange bird-like creature appeared from the trees. It had a long beak and was making odd sounds. Unlike anything he'd ever heard. Confused, he tried to figure out what it was, but soon realized it wasn't just any bird. It was a kiwi. This rare, flightless bird, native to New Zealand, is one of the most unique creatures on the planet. Who knew such a rare sight could pop up so unexpectedly? Human-faced cat. A strange cat caught the attention of the internet, but it wasn't just any regular cat. This one had a face that seemed almost human. It had human-like eyes, a strange stare, and an expression that felt way too real. Its eerie expression left people puzzled. Some believed it might be a witch in disguise. The twist was that its siblings looked completely normal. No one can explain why this cat's face looked so different, and that only added to the mystery. Could there be more hidden behind its unusual appearance? If this is just the beginning, who knows what we'll come across next? Rare nightjar. In the village of Tidabar, Assam, something truly unexpected caught the attention of locals. An odd bird appeared there. At first, its strange appearance left everyone confused. With large ears and a unique shape, it didn't seem like any common bird. The villagers, realizing how rare it was, quickly stepped in to help and alerted the local forest department. Turned out, this bird was incredibly rare. A great-eared nightjar, spotted for the first time in this area. After being safely rescued, plans were made to return it to Kaziranga National Park, where it truly belongs. What a moment for Assam. Winged raccoon. In the woods, a hunter noticed something strange, a creature with giant bat-like wings and the body of a raccoon. It just stayed still, almost watching him. The hunter, curious and a bit uneasy, later learned that what he had seen was no ordinary animal. This was a vespercoon, a terrifying cryptid, half bat and half raccoon. Legends say the vespercoon was created by a cursed ritual long ago, a guardian of an ancient forest shrine. From that day on, people knew better than to venture near it, for the creature's presence was a warning not to disturb the old forest's secrets. Human dog.
Yogi. Yogi bear, see?
Have you ever seen a dog that looks more like a person? That's exactly what happened when photos of a dog named Yogi went viral. People couldn't believe their eyes. His almond-shaped eyes and slightly human-like expression had many looking it twice, while some found it the result of a weird lab experiment. Despite all the buzz, Yogi's owner says he's just a sweet, lovable dog. Still, his look is hard to forget. Makes you wonder, how many pets out there are hiding faces that could stop you in your tracks? Striped lurker. A worker was simply doing his job, fixing a water pipe underground when something caught his eye, hidden behind the pipes. As he shined his flashlight, his heart skipped a beat. Glowing eyes stared right back at him. The creature looked like a strange mix of a rodent and a bird, with black and white stripes across its body. Its body looked too unnatural to be wild. The worker backed away slowly and called for help. Later, some locals claimed it might have escaped from a nearby lab, where odd experiments were said to take place. Whatever it was, the sewers haven't felt the same since. People now avoid going down there alone. Moth Man encounter. A group of friends decided to finally investigate the mystery of Moth Man. After weeks of research, they ended up in the woods, right in the middle of the night. According to what they found, placing a few specific stones on an old tool-shaped rock might make Moth Man appear. You won't believe it, but that's exactly what happened. Out of nowhere, a giant dark figure with glowing red eyes appeared at the top of the hill. It wasn't just a shadow, it was real. It was Moth Man. The group stood there, shocked, unable to believe their eyes. But just as suddenly as he came, he vanished. They got more than they ever hoped for, and maybe more than they should have. Giant owl. In a small town in Romania, a boy was returning home late from work. As he walked, he noticed something that matched his belief. A giant owl sitting on the roof of a house. It looked just like the one he had read about in ancient Romanian stories. In local legend, a giant owl on a rooftop is seen as an ominous sign, warning that something bad might be approaching. Fear gripped him as he stood still, unsure of what to do. Without wasting another moment, he hurried home, praying the warning wasn't meant for him. The night felt darker, heavier than before. Bigfoot chilling. A man from a small town in California went into the woods to explore. Without realizing, he wandered too deep. Suddenly, something he saw stopped him in his tracks. A Bigfoot was sitting on a tree at some distance, looking calm, almost like it was enjoying the moment. The man couldn't believe his eyes. He stood still, watched it for a few seconds, then quietly turned around and left the area. To this day, he wonders if it saw him too, and simply chose to stay silent. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day.
Medusa I found through a place, actually it was an ad I was looking at in a place in Florida, a place I'd dealt with on snakes before, and they said they had a Sulawesi Island reticulated python. Now, Sulawesi Island is a special island. I've known this from research over the years.
A viral video recently caught everyone's attention, showing a giant snake with striking green patterns across its body. But this wasn't just any snake. Meet Medusa, a 25-foot-long Sulawesi Island reticulated python, part of a haunted attraction in Kansas City since 1978. Medusa's remarkable size has earned her recognition as one of the largest snakes around. She was found in Florida and brought to the attraction, becoming a living legend. People have been amazed by her size, and experts believe snakes from Sulawesi Island tend to grow to massive sizes.